Heidi, hi. Alex made this here, in a park in Georgia, Eastern Europe. Lovely day. Perfect day for some park bench musings, ramblings, rantings and ravings. It's great to have you with me, guys. If you're anything like me, you're not a big fan of the finicityness, is that a word? Finicityness of being organized and sticking to a strict schedule and being a slave to a routine. But of course, often that's a very good thing. And being super organized and being very, very efficient with how you manage your time. I've always reacted negatively to that, to everything to do with that. And one of the best ways I've found to be productive and to have days that I can be really proud of and really feel like I'm getting somewhere and really see those rewards and see those wins coming through and feel uplifted through. There's a lot of noise here with these little kiddies, but let's keep going. Be uplifted through all the output that I'm creating. And, throwing in the odd nap and a bit of rest as well, of course. See your day as something that needs to be solid, something that needs to be rigid. I think a lot of us, including myself, many, many days, I allow my day to be limp, to go rather droopy, shall we say, to be unfilled, to be weak, soft, not concrete, not sturdy, to be filled, to have gaps in the day, many sort of areas in the day which I have not committed to any action in, and I just sort of allow my own doubts and fears and worries to fill the void that is created through not creating action and not committing to anything. And it's been very helpful for me to think of my days as a very rigid, solid, filled up pieces that I obsessively almost, I'm going to try and find a quieter place, these kids are insane, it's been really helpful to sort of think of my day as a kind of a metaphor that needs to be filled and broken down into tiny little pieces of action, leaving no stones unturned, leaving no gaps in the day, and committing to total action, even if that action is rest or a nap, to really control time rather than to manage time, to be on top of every second of every day. We all have the same 24 hours, as I always say. Warren Buffett has 24 hours. Walt Disney had 24 hours. We've all got the same 24 hours in the day. It's all down to how we view the day and how the day should be treated. And if you want to see good output and you want to have a prolific creative outflow and you want to see success and you want to see wins in a very busy world, a very competitive world, my recommendation would be to fill that day up. Don't allow gaps to show. Like my front teeth here, I had a big gap until recently, and I got it filled up. So that's the thing. I mean, the main reason for this is that we're human. The main reason I'm talking about filling up those gaps is because we're human, and humans revert to doubt very often when they haven't got their minds fixed on something that they can be getting on with. And if you have a strategy or a philosophy whereby you view the day as something to sort of just get through and enjoy the comforts of the day and just sort of lounge through it, you're going to have a lot of open time, a lot of free time, and that's where the devil appears. You want to be committing to a full week, a full day, a sturdy, rich day, and that doesn't necessarily mean being busy. But I think busyness gets a bit of a bad rap. I think even being busy is better than sitting around and worrying and letting your negative thoughts consume you. And so just commit to this and try it out for yourself for the next day or the next week. If you find yourself lounging and getting worried and thinking, oh, I should be doing this, or I'm not happy with the way life is, and blah blah blah. Just forget that. It's never helpful. Replace that with some kind of urgent activity. And in between things as well, speed those periods up as well. If you've got somewhere to get there quickly. So fill your day up with lots and lots of activities. Just do stuff, do more, enjoy the process of being prolific and being productive and being active. There's life in that. There's humanity in that. Aliveness is the opposite of deadness. So choose an alive life, and a life that is filled with action, and a day that doesn't open up any gaps. Go from one thing to the next with a sense of urgency, and enjoy that urgency. Enjoy pushing through things. That's where momentum is birthed. Momentum is going to give you one of the biggest upper advantages there is, because when you have momentum and you have movement, and your philosophy features movement and action, you're going to be able to get through those fears and those barriers with speed and without even thinking about things. Does that make sense? So keep moving and see what you can do to fill up your days a little bit more. And that includes fun stuff too. Gardening, going for a hike, taking a rest. Just don't leave gaps. Just be insane. You'll be surprised at how much you can do with the day when you start thinking of it in terms of 15-second blocks, 15-minute blocks that you just fill relentlessly with stuff. And over time, of course, that'll get streamlined, and you'll start getting better at doing the things you know you need to do, and doing the things that matter. But if you're lost and you don't know what to do, quit thinking about it. This is one of my issues. Was always, whenever I woke up in the morning, I'd sit in bed for like 20 minutes, just sort of philosophizing and thinking on life and trying to plan things, and it was always wasted time. I could have used that time to just make breakfast and get on with it. Got to get on with it, guys. Life is ticking away, and the more we can cram in, the more momentum we're going to have, the more successes we're going to have, and the better we're going to feel about ourselves. So going back to that original metaphor, fill your life up fill your day up like a sort of sausage that needs filling. Don't let your day grow limp. Okay. Squeeze all that filler in as much as you can. Fill up your calendar. Go to events, meet people, do meetings, get on the phone and call clients. Just become obsessed with action, with movement. Your life is going to change dramatically just by flicking that switch and changing that philosophy. Do send me any feedback you have about whether this is complete nonsense. I don't think it is. It's helped me tremendously. Just look at this as an example. So I'm doing a 10-minute video right now while walking in the park from one activity to the next. I'm about to go somewhere to do some work, but in between I thought I'd sit down and get this video in and fill 10 minutes. That's like 0.0001% of my day put to very good use. Theoretically, I could do 50 of these videos every day if I had enough coffee in me. So think about that, and think about how you can make use of your time and really move up in the ranks in terms of your own self-image. See yourself as an active, maniacal freak. Let's be freaks today, guys. See you on the other side.